I thought, yeah, like you said, I thought we showed some real character in terms of the start of the game well. We were positive in the way that we wanted to play, and just, like I said, what's been hurting us a little bit was few inaccuracies, and we worked hard for our tries, and then we probably gave them a couple of soft tries. But I was proud of that performance because it was a game that could have got away from us, significantly. But the boys dug in. I thought the impact of the bench was excellent. We've been a little bit critical of that in the last few games, and I think this tournament is, we definitely showed improvement, and I thought there was lots of improvement in today's performance, but we're not quite there, and there's a lot of work to do. And I'm confident with the work over the next few months building to the World Cup that this group of players will get a lot better.
Was there a change in the approach today compared to the rest of the tournament? There seemed to be a lot of ambition, particularly in that first 20 minutes.
Yeah, don't think there's been any difference in terms of the messages that we've been giving to the players about making the right decisions, being brave. We probably expected France to kick a little bit more today, and they didn't do that, so that allowed us to take the opportunity to play a bit more. And I thought in particular the second half, when we got back into the game, sort of 13 points behind, I thought if we'd scored there, it's going to be an interesting last 10 minutes. And some of the variation in the second half, in terms of our game management, was much better. We put a few little kicks in behind and got some rewards out of that, and just varied it nicely. And we probably in the first half, sometimes overplayed a little bit, but I was pleased with the ambition of what the players were trying to achieve.
Was that a performance that you can build on now, looking towards the World Cup in a few months' time?
Yeah, absolutely. I said to the players in the change rooms afterwards, I was proud. I thought they showed some real character in that game, and we as a group were pretty honest, and we know there's lots of work to do, and like I said, that we will surprise some teams in the World Cup by how good we will be and how much we will improve, having that time together to prepare. And like I said, I think we've taken steps in the right direction during this campaign. We've got a lot of work to do. We've developed some youngsters and given them opportunities, and they'll learn from those experiences. And even the review stuff, we'll probably look and go, what are the things that we need to keep working on to not allow, say, some of those, a few of those soft tries that we did concede. And like I said, those are the sorts of things that over the next few months we'll definitely improve on and tighten up in that area, because if we can stop conceding that many points, but we can go out there and score as many as we did today, then those are the games that you win.
You've made a lot of changes, in between matches in this campaign. You don't have a lot of time before the World Cup, but do you leave the Six Nations with a good idea now of what your best starting 15 is?
Oh, I think that'll change over the next few months. I said right from the start that was going to happen, that we were going to give youngsters an opportunity, and we wanted to see whether players were in the squad, and we knew we had older, experienced players that we knew what they could do, and we had someone like Reece Webb's come back from out of the wilderness and has given us some food for thought. Thomas Williams was great today, and we've got a few players that are injured as well that hopefully in the next few weeks put their hand up in terms of are in contention for that wider World Cup squad.
Nick?
Ken, what were your thoughts on the afternoon, both in terms of the performance that your team gave and the occasion, maybe, as Warren mentioned, getting towards the end of the road in the Six Nations for some of the older players?
Just proud of the players' efforts all campaign. We spoke about showing character, having a special occasion for Tupai Falatau's 100th test and Dylan Lewis's 50th, and some of our management are leaving after this game as well, and we had to create, it's a special moment, but try to create even more memories on that for them. But it was frustrating performances at times, just because like them soft inaccuracies, gifting opportunities. But I thought from the outset we knew we weren't going to be in sort of a 12-9 arm wrestle or something like that, so we knew we were going to have to score tries, and we showed that, and we just need to keep building now as a squad, and you know, and keep heading towards the World Cup. I'm confident that, you know, we will get better. More time we have together, and be able to put that sort of conditioning work, put ourselves under pressure and training, which, you know, will solve them sort of inaccuracies in our game that we've seen throughout the tournament. But, you know, personally, and for a lot of the boys, it probably is going to be our last Six Nations game. But, you know, so it's got to come at some point, and you know, I'm just proud to have led the team out, and a team that showed massive character and heart, and put massive pride into the Welsh jersey.
And how convinced are you that you can carry on those improvements back in France in the autumn from the last couple of weeks?
I've seen enough over the last 8 weeks of the work that the players and management and coaches and everyone's putting in. One thing, as Welsh people, we work very hard, and the more time as Welsh teams spend together, the better we get. And I'm confident, you know, we'll have some tough training camps over the coming months, which are going to be enjoyable. And yeah, and like I said, the more time we spend together, the better we get. And we will, you know, raise some eyebrows at the World Cup.
And Warren, it was a sticky start to the campaign and to your return to the job. How far do you think you've got the show heading in the right direction now?
I think we've, it was kind of a very short preparation time in terms of meeting with players and a lot of new players, and trying to find out where we were as a squad, and kind of realised right from the start that there was, you know, a reasonable amount of work for us to do in a lot of areas, and we tried to prioritise some of those and focus on those. But like I said, I thought, you know, we're disappointed because there are games there that we will be good enough to win, and we're not there at the moment, but we'll continue to do that. But I thought we've shown some progression in this tournament, which is the most pleasing thing. Like I said, yeah, we were down there today against a team that, when they get on top of you, they can really punish you, a bit like the All Blacks and what they did to England last week. And the boys didn't capitulate. They showed some heart and some character, and that's what we're looking for as a starting point. And yeah, I think there's some real positives to take out of it, sort of building forward.
There's a couple of players obviously probably available again after injury for the autumn, and there may be a couple eligible as well after changes in the rules. How far do you know your starting or your squad of 33, and how much of a balance do you think it's going to be between the experienced guys and some of the younger talent that we've seen in this tournament?
Yeah, look, those things will evolve over that period, and will unfold over that period, and you don't pigeonhole yourself into making those decisions now, because it's important that everyone gets an opportunity. There's, like I said, players come back from injury. We haven't contacted or spoken to anyone else who may be eligible as well, and with the change in the eligibility rules, and there'll be no doubt that there'll be some bolters who put up their hand in terms of the way that they potentially train, you know, during those camps, which there'll be some live scenario stuff, and yeah, so that's the exciting thing. You kind of go in, you know, with an open mind about not wanting to make those decisions too early. So, you know, there's definitely no miles away from thinking about what a 33 is going to be at the moment.
Alex?
Yeah, I think with the contractual, there's no doubt that that's been quite significant during this campaign, the stuff that was going on behind the scenes, and in fairness to the boys, they were brilliant in the way they handled it. But, you know, if you can understand that, you know, players who are in contract and then been offered sort of, you know, 20% of what they're currently on, you know, it's pretty challenging, and everyone gets to hear about those things, and there are other players who've got no contracts at all, no offers at all, and what's their situation. And so, yeah, and then we had the other stuff that at the start of the campaign as well that was going on with the union in terms of allegations and things. So, yeah, it's been testing and challenging, but you know, these boys, they work through that. I think the week that we spent last week in terms of getting out of Wales and having those few days in Nice was a real positive. Ken became a father another father again on Thursday, which is brilliant. So, and that's, you know, he flew back on Tuesday night for his wife to have the birth, which was brilliant. And I thought last night was a incredibly special moment when we celebrated Tulipe Falatel's 100th. We had video set up with lots of messages from people that had grown up with or played with, and we had his mum and dad and his wife Charlotte there, and his kids and his aunt and I think his sister, and so that was pretty emotional. It was good, and I think as a group we're getting back to where we want to get in terms of getting closer and putting some of those differences behind us. So, and that becomes important for us moving forward. You know, everyone doesn't have to like each other, but you want to have respect, and that's kind of where I think we're getting not too far away from that again.
I haven't seen the picture. I'm not on social media. I'm not going to comment why I'm not on social media. No, it's been an interesting week. Obviously, I'm leaving the boys on Tuesday night. You know, flying back, so it's been challenging. So obviously, I haven't trained much this week, but that's probably why I was hooked at 45. You could be overdone sometimes, you can definitely be underdone. And no, I was proud of Caris, and yeah, I'm becoming a father again, and everything went okay. So I'm back. Yeah, hopefully back to the family tomorrow, and hopefully Dwayne Peel will give me a nice little week off to enjoy with the family. It's going to make for interesting reading in my book, isn't it?
Gareth, one more in English and then we'll move to Welsh. Okay, Dav.
Yeah, mae lot o gwaith caled wedi mynd mewn dros yr 8 wythnos diwetha. Yeah, just proud iawn o ffordd ni wedi datblygu a dod at ein gilydd dros yr 8 wythnos na. Mae sialensau a heriau gwahanol wedi bod, ond na, oedd hi'n gret, a gret i cael ei fuddugoliaeth wythnos diwetha yn Rhufain. Awn ni i adeiladu wythnos ma erbyn tîm, un o tîmau gorau'r byd, sgori 4 cais, o'n i'n gwybod fel maen nhw wedi datblygu yn amddiffynol. A jyst y cymeriad sydd wedi dangos, mae lot o lle i ni fynd dros y misoedd nesaf tuag at y cwpan y byd, ond mae'r foundations wedi cael ei roi mewn, a mae'n rhaid cadw'n gweithio'n galed tuag at y cwpan y byd nawr. Ie, yn credu bod y trywydd cywir reit trwy'r pencampwriaeth. Lot o bethau ddim wedi mynd o'n plaid ni am gwahanol resymau. Y cwirdeb a cysondeb wedi gadw ni lawr, ond y fwyaf ni bod gyda'n gilydd mae wedi gwella. Y fforddwyr newydd yn dod mewn. So mae angen datblygu y ffordd maen nhw mae'n amddiffyn, mae'n ymosod a pethau fel ni, mae'n cymryd amser. Cyfyniadau newydd yn dod mewn hefyd, chwaraewyr ifanc yn dod mewn a cael cyfle. Maen nhw wedi bod yn gret, a wedi rhoi rhywbeth i'r garfan. So ni'n gwybod bod oedd e'n mynd i bod yn heriol, a methu newid pethau dros nos, ond fi'n credu reit trwy'r pencampwriaeth ni wedi gwella, a ni'n gwybod y ffordd ni'n ceisio chwarae a'r ffordd ni'n mynd. So, siomedig i colli heddi, a dim ond ennill un gêm yn y pencampwriaeth, a pob tro ni'n chwarae ni moyn ennill, a cael y fuddigoliaethau yna i Cymru a pawb yn Cymru, ond mae'r gwaith mae'r chwaraewyr wedi rhoi mewn ddim yn gallu cael ei cwestiynu, fel mae rai pobl wedi cwestiynu fe sydd wedi bod yn siomedig iawn, ond ni'n just cadw gweithio'n galed, cadw datblygu, a fi'n siŵr bydd ni'n lle dda yn cwpan y byd.
Yn rhoi yn llwyr y Warren gweud, chi greu sioc yn cwpan y byd, cytuno dyn a gallu chi greu ar y gran.
Yn sicr, pam lai, mae'n gwahanol i lle o'n i yn 2019 a 2015, ond oedd lot o newid yn 2011 hefyd, a eithon ni bron i'r ffeinal y pencampwriaeth ni. So, mae y fwy o amser ni'n gyda'n gilydd fel Carfan Cymru, ni'n gwella. So, mae fe'n exciting iawn yn rygbi yng Nghymru dros y misoedd nesaf. Diolch.
Thanks all.
Thank you.
Yep.